Hey guys, welcome to my October 2021 Vanguard UK stocks and shares update. So in today's video, I'll give you a recap of what I shared in the month of September and then show you my portfolio, show you what's happening within the month of October. Hey guys, welcome to Budget with a July Dreamer. My name is Miranda, and on this channel I share all things personal finance, specifically sharing tips on how to save, how to invest, as well as how to budget. If these topics interest you, then please hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I've noticed in my analytics that 76% of you who are watching my videos are not yet subscribed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the type of content that I'm sharing. So let's get into giving you a recap of what I shared in the month of September. So in the month of September, I shared my personal rate of return that I'd seen with my Vanguard stocks and shares ISA was 6.72%. So my starting balance when I at the beginning of September was 3,897.51 pence. Then my ending balance was 8,263.03 pence. The difference here comes from the fact that I transferred Vanguard on funds from my previous ISA provider, which was my bank, into Vanguard itself. But there were two funds that were still remaining, and those two funds I'm going to talk about them in this video. And then also I wanted to just remind you of the fact that at the end of September we saw a market dip, and that did affect a lot of us who are investing, and I saw a loss of £84.23 across my portfolio that I have with Vanguard. So with that being said, I'll be looking over here because this is where I have my laptop. I will be walking you through my stocks and shares ISA that I have with Vanguard. So let us begin. So on the front page, you see ISA allowance, investments, personal rate of return, available cash. So I have about £145.42. Last transaction, so I bought more of the S&P 500, and then transfer ISA. Like I said, I've transferred two ISAs into my Vanguard account. So one was the one I held with Trading 212, and the second was with my bank, with my Barclays Smart ISA. So if we go into my investments, within my investments, you will notice some changes. So now my investment actually shows you that I have bonds. So this is part of the two that were still remaining. So the two funds that had not yet transferred when I gave you an update in September were my Global Bond Index Fund and my UK government bond. And you will notice that the UK government bond is not showing here because I actually sold that yesterday. So Global Bond Index Fund, I'm keeping this, and currently it holds 8.3% weight in my portfolio. I have no intention of adding more to this at the moment, but I'll be funding my other investments. My life strategy, you've seen this many times. FTSE UK Equity Fund is now my second highest, which is 20.44% weight in my total portfolio. Emerging markets, have added some money to my emerging markets, so this now has a current rate of 5.2%. And FTSE All World High Dividend Yield ETF, this is new. This is the one that I bought yesterday. I sold off my UK government bond to buy this. This is just one of the things that I bought. So it's now got a current weight of 3.57%. Then you've seen my Developed Europe ETF. Global All Cap Index Fund is now my largest holding, which is 28.77%, and I fund this monthly plus three other ones that I fund monthly. And then you would notice that my S&P 500 is now larger than last month. I believe last month it was about 5% or thereabouts, but now it's 16.75%. This is because I sold my UK bonds to buy more of the S&P 500. I felt that my portfolio, looking through it, it had too much of a UK presence. I'm still crunching down and wanting to make it more diversified. I think it is diversified, but I just want to reduce the percentage of my UK holdings. So this is now what my current portfolio looks like. My current ISA value has jumped from 8,263 and 3 pence to 11,689 and 14 pence. So again, this is not because I have gained so much with the portfolio. Yes, there's been some gains, but the majority of this is because I transferred in the remaining 2 funds, as well as added in my monthly £400 contribution towards my portfolio. So now that we've seen the holdings that I have, let's go to transactions, because I think this is where it tells a better story. So I had my UK government bond index fund here. I had 13.1900 units. I sold those for 1,822 and 98 pence. And what I decided to do with that money was buy firstly the All World High Dividend Yield ETF. I bought 9 units of that at the value of 416 and 66 pence. Then I decided to increase my holding with the S&P 500. So I bought 21 units of the S&P 500 at a value of 1,323 and 58 pence. So this is some of the activity that I did with my Vanguard Stocks and Shares ISA. So let me just increase the records on the page so you can see some of the activities that has happened. So first is what I've just shared, where I sold the bond to buy the S&P 500 and All World High Dividend. But you also notice that I also made more purchases of the S&P 500, my FTSE UK Equity Index Fund, again S&P 500, emerging markets, global all cap index fund, developed Europe, and yeah, that's it. I think this is all I did for the month of October. So there were a lot of transactions that I made in the month of October, and most of them are from the monthly contribution I make. So I make a monthly contribution towards my Stocks and Shares ISA of £400, and it gets distributed amongst my 4 funds that I've chosen. So Developed Europe is one of them, my Global All Cap Index Fund is one of them, Emerging Markets is one of them, and my S&P 500. Actually, no, emerging markets I just add in as and when. The UK Equity Index Fund is one that I fund monthly. So I am actually looking to do my portfolio allocation in December. This is something that I did last year. So in December, I believe it was around 21st of December or thereabouts, I did my portfolio reallocation. So I want to change things up. Like I said, I am looking to make sure that I'm not too heavily weighted in the UK. The UK is not one of the largest markets in the world, stock market in the world. It's the US. So I would like to have a little bit more weight the US way, and then add in emerging markets, but still keep Europe and the UK in my portfolio as well. So I will be changing up my contributions from December. For now, I'll keep them as they are. It makes sense for me right now, but as I learn more about stocks and shares, about portfolio management, allocations, and what have you, I realize that I need to make some changes to my portfolio. And for me, it is to not be too heavily weighted in the UK. So this is what I wanted to share for my Stocks and Shares Vanguard ISA. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it thumbs up. If you're an investor yourself, please share in the comments some of the changes that you would make if this were your portfolio. I like to learn from other people. Yes, you can suggest something. It does not mean that I will implement it, but it does give me a starting point to start considering what else I could do with my portfolio to maximize it for, better returns. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one.